Okay, let's be real for a second.
Hmm.
This whole pursuit of happiness thing,
Yeah.
sometimes it feels like a hamster wheel,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
You're chasing after it.
Constantly chasing.
And then you get there and you're like, wait,
Right.
there's another thing now.
It never ends.
So today we're going to take a deep dive into
Yes.
Immanuel Kant,
This should be good.
who had a completely different perspective
Yeah.
on how to find lasting fulfillment.
Very different.
So this isn't just like a bio
No.
on this guy Kant,
Yeah.
who was this 18th century
The 1700s.
dog axe thinker. But we're trying to make his ideas accessible.
Exactly.
Because he had some really powerful insights
Absolutely.
that can help us navigate this world
Especially today.
where everybody wants everything right now.
Instant gratification.
Just
So Kant actually believed
yeah.
that happiness itself is not the goal of life.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Big idea.
So I shouldn't try to be happy.
Not exactly. Okay. He thought it was more of a byproduct
Okay.
of living ethically.
Interesting.
Yeah. So he wasn't into chasing fleeting pleasures
Oh.
or external rewards. He actually had this quote.
Okay.
Happiness is not an ideal of reason,
Hmm.
but of imagination.
Well, so what does that even mean?
He's basically saying that
Yeah.
if we're always focused on trying to feel good,
Right.
it's going to be really unstable.
Okay.
So
So instead we should focus on...
he called it the goodwill,
Okay.
doing the right thing
Mhm.
simply because it's right, not because you're going to get something out of it.
No reward.
Oh,
Okay, so no gold stars?
no gold stars for Kent.
All right.
Think about a time
Okay.
when you helped someone
Yeah.
and it wasn't convenient for you at all,
Oh, yeah.
but you did it anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Didn't it feel good
I mean,
inside?
it did.
Yeah,
It did.
that's what he's talking about.
Okay.
That's closer to true happiness.
Yeah.
It's about aligning your actions with your values.
So not just
Like-
like, I feel good because I got a cookie.
Right, exactly.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's that inner peace. It's more stable.
But how do we even know what's the right thing?
That's the question.
Life gets messy.
For sure.
Right.
And there's not always like a rule book.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Is there like a Kant cheat sheet?
He had this thing called the categorical imperative.
Okay.
It's basically like a moral compass.
Ooh, a moral compass.
Yeah. Okay.
To figure out what to do,
I like it. Okay.
even in tricky situations.
Lay it on me.
Act only in a way
Okay.
that you'd be okay with everyone else acting.
Oh, so like if I'm thinking about
Yeah.
cutting in line,
Ooh, good example.
not cool.
Because if everyone did that,
Lines would be pointless.
exactly.
No shit.
Or imagine a world where everyone lied
Oh, gosh.
to get what they want.
Yeah, trust would just go out the window. Chaos. So the categorical imperative is about the bigger picture,
Right.
making choices that benefit everybody,
Not just me.
not just you. but
Okay,
you.
so how does this categorical imperative thing connect back to happiness?
Kant believed
Yeah.
that using this moral compass consistently leads to a really deep sense of satisfaction.
Oh, okay.
Like you're living in alignment with your values, and that's an essential component
Okay.
of true happiness for him.
Okay, so it's about
Yeah,
living with integrity,
you got it.
knowing you're doing what's right.
Even when it's hard.
I mean, nobody's perfect.
No,
Right.
we all mess up.
Yeah, what about when we don't live up to it perfectly?
Yeah. Huh?
This categorical imperative is Kant, like, judging us.
He knew we're human.
Okay.
It's not about being perfect.
Okay.
It's about making that effort
Okay.
to align your actions with your values.
Got it.
And that's what ultimately contributes
Okay.
to that deeper sense of happiness.
So progress, not perfection.
You got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this all feels very theoretical.
Yeah.
How do we actually put this into practice?
Let's get practical then.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so next up,
Yeah.
we'll explore how to apply these ideas
Perfect.
to our everyday lives.
I'm excited.
Me too.
All right. So we've got this categorical imperative.
Yeah, our moral compass.
But how do we actually use it?
Right, like in real life.
That's kind of abstract.
Well, it's about
Yeah.
thinking about your choices
Okay.
through this lens.
Yeah.
Would I want everyone to do this?
So,
So, like, it's a shift
yeah.
from what's best for me right now
Right.
to what if everyone acted this way?
Oh, like a ripple effect.
Exactly. Thinking bigger. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's where Kant believed true happiness starts to come in.
Interesting.
It's about making choices that contribute.
To a world you want to live in.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of discipline.
Yeah,
Was
right.
Kant all about?
It gets a bad rap for that.
Yeah.
Like deprivation and strict rules.
No fun allowed.
Not exactly. No.
Okay.
It was more about aligning your choices with your long-term well-being.
Not just like
Instant gratification.
not just giving in to every desire.
So being more intentional
Yes.
with my choices.
Rather than just reacting.
Okay, I see.
Like, let's say you're exhausted after work
Oh, yeah.
and you just want to.
Couch and Netflix.
Exactly.
Totally.
But you also know
Yeah.
you'd feel better if
I worked out or
you went for a walk.
cooked a healthy meal.
Right.
But the couch.
It's about that self-discipline
Okay.
to make the choice
Right.
that aligns with your values.
Even if it's harder.
Yeah.
So Kant wasn't.
He wasn't anti-fun,
Okay.
just pro making good choices that lead to lasting satisfaction.
Okay, got it.
And he believed
Uh-huh.
this practice of self-discipline actually strengthens your goodwill,
Oh, interesting.
like a muscle.
Okay.
The more you use it.
Right. The stronger it gets. I like that.
So
So we've got the categorical imperative and self-discipline.
mm-hmm.
What else did he talk about?
He was big on benefiting others, not just like
avoiding harm.
Don't be a jerk.
Right. But actively contributing.
So like volunteering, donating, just being a good friend.
All of those things.
Okay.
It's about approaching life with a mindset of how can I contribute?
Not just what's in it for me.
Right.
And that makes sense.
It does.
Because helping others,
yeah,
it just feels good.
it does.
There's like research on this now.
Tons of it.
That people who help others are happier.
Happier and more satisfied.
So Kant was ahead of his time.
But living this way
It's a big ask.
seems like a huge change.
It's a shift in perspective.
Yeah.
But remember, progress, not perfection.
Right.
You don't have to become a saint tomorrow.
Okay.
Just start small.
Like what?
Like, let's say you've got a decision at work.
Okay.
Think about how it affects
Not just me.
not just you, but
Yeah.
your team, your customers,
Everyone.
even your competitors.
Well, okay.
Or you're scrolling through social media, you see
Yeah.
a friend struggling.
Yeah.
Instead of just liking their posts,
Right.
reach out.
Offer support.
Yeah.
So it's not about
Yeah.
these grand
It's
gestures.
the small stuff.
It's the little things.
My everyday choices
Okay.
that reflect these principles.
So those little adjustments
Exactly.
can make a big difference.
Over time.
Wow.
Yeah. It's about shifting your mindset
Yeah.
and ultimately
Living a more fulfilling life,
that's the goal.
but we're going to mess up.
Of course we will.
What about when we don't quite live
Yeah.
up to these ideals?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it leads us to another key part of Kant's philosophy.
Okay. What's that?
Self-reflection.
So we've talked about a lot.
Yeah. A lot of big ideas.
Using the categorical imperative.
Right. Our moral compass.
We've talked about self-discipline
Yeah. Making those tough choices.
and finding ways to benefit others.
Contributing to the world.
But it sounds like,
There's one more piece.
yeah.
Self-reflection.
Okay, so how does that fit in?
It was huge for Kant.
Okay.
He thought it was essential for moral growth.
Interesting. Okay.
It's about taking time
Okay.
to really think about
What I did,
your actions. Yeah.
why I did it,
Your motivation.
and like, did I live up to my own values?
Exactly.
What could I have done differently?
Yeah, those are the questions.
It's like taking responsibility
Yeah, owning it.
and then using those experiences.
To learn and grow.
Right. So it's not about beating myself up.
It's not about guilt.
Okay.
It's about honestly looking at your choices,
Right.
learning from them,
And then
trying to do better next time.
it's interesting how so much of what Kant talked about
It really does.
connects with modern psychology.
Self-awareness, personal growth,
Right.
contributing to something bigger.
It's all very relevant.
It's timeless in a way.
And research shows that these things really do matter.
For happiness and well-being.
Yeah.
It seems like he was onto something.
But let's be real.
Yeah.
Kant is not exactly
Not exactly light read.
a beach read.
Not
It
quite.
could be a little
Please.
dense and complex.
Yeah.
So for someone who's,
Just starting out,
just dipping their toes,
what's the key takeaway?
what would you say?
I think the biggest thing is true happiness.
Uh-huh.
It's not something you find out there.
Mm.
It's not about stuff
Right.
or status or fleeting pleasures.
Okay.
It's about cultivating something inside yourself.
Okay.
It's about
Yeah.
aligning your actions with your values.
So being a good person,
Yeah.
using your reason
Making good choices.
to make the world better.
That's it.
So it's about
I think-
taking responsibility
You got it.
for my own happiness.
Focusing on what you can control.
I like that.
Yeah, your choices, your actions,
Yeah.
your character.
Powerful.
And it's not about
Everything.
becoming a saint overnight.
Just those
Yeah.
small, everyday choices
Right.
that reflect my values.
Be kind to your neighbor.
Be honest.
Take responsibility.
Make a positive impact.
Those little moments add up.
It's those little things.
Yeah, the seemingly insignificant stuff that actually create a life of meaning and purpose.
I love that.
And when we live that way, Kant believed, we find a deeper happiness.
That doesn't depend.
Right.
Things outside of me.
Not circumstances.
It comes from within.
Knowing you're living
Right then.
a life of integrity and purpose.
That's a really inspiring thought.
It is.
And I think it's a perfect place to wrap up our deep dive.
Into the world of Kant.
He was a complex guy.
He was. But his ideas...
they really offer a profound perspective
on what it means
to live a good life.
So as you go about your day...
think about this.
What does your own goodwill call you to do?
What choices can you make?
Big or small?
That reflect your values.
And make the world a little bit better.
Because true happiness,
it
might not be about chasing pleasure,
but about living a life
of meaning
and purpose.
Exactly.